there is an update on the guy who was caught R-wording a girl in back of the van. I don't know if you guys remember. It was this older gentleman that was taking care of, people throughout the day. And some guy came behind him and recorded him while he was doing this horrible act.
Previously on Danny Flores.
Did y'all see that man? He a caregiver for the special people, special needs folks. He was out there R-wording one of the special ladies in the back of the van.
Gang, what you doing? What you doing, gang? Nah, what you doing, gang? Nah, what you doing, gang? You just raped that girl.
They interviewed the guy that caught the old man. So let's see what he had to say.
Coming out, maybe why you came out back here.
Yeah, so this is the old man that was caught R-wording a girl in back of the van.
My dog ran away, Picasso. He's a Frenchie, a Murrow one. And I left the gate open and hoped that he would come back. I was about to go lay down, and then something told me to go check the backyard again. I opened my back door, look up at the gate was closed. So I said, hold on, something ain't right. Walk up the hill, I get to looking through the gate, I see a blue van. I open the back gate, and I said, what are y'all doing here? Nobody answered. Then I walked to the back of the van, I said, what are y'all doing here? Nobody answered. In between the actual back of the van and the door crack where it opens, where the 3 bolts are at, I seen someone being sexually assaulted. I couldn't believe my eyes. So first thing I could think to do was pull my camera out and record so I could get dude in the act. I looked long enough to get it recorded and to see that she was not in the right state of mind. I then called my mom, she didn't answer.
Can you imagine this sick fuck old man, dude? How many times he was doing this to the people he was taking care of? That's crazy.
And my phone was on 4%, so I had to think quick. I just started to catch him in the act again and confront him, just in case. I wanted to do something that probably was violent, and I knew that having that camera out would protect me and protect him. Protect me from doing anything extra to him. So he started, when I called him, I said, what are you doing? He started denying it instantly. He tried to shut the van door to try to obscure my vision, to not see her. Then he started to get her dressed, but she was so incoherent and unavailable that you could just tell she had done it before. She just stood there, let him pull her panties up, her pants up, and
that's so sad.
You could tell she did not know what was going on. Then he grabbed her and ushered her to the middle of the van, put her in there, and he started to try to leave. I walked up on him in the driver's side of the door and grabbed his keys out of his ignition. That's when he tried to stop me from grabbing his keys, and I warned him. I said, if you don't get off me, I'm gonna use force. Pushed him down, got him off me. I took his keys, went to the back of the van, and I told him, I don't know what he's gonna do, but you're not driving. I don't feel comfortable letting you leave with these people when I just saw what you're on. And he kept trying to...
Bro, was there more people in the van? Did we ever find out? Or was it the only girl, the girl was the only one there?
Beg and plead, like he was a kid that got caught for stealing. I won't do it again. This is my first time. I didn't believe anything he said. I could tell this wasn't his first time. I could tell he was a sexual deviant, a predator, and he needed to be stopped.
Predator to the Mac, dog.
My friend called the police. He told me when I was on live that he's calling the police, keep him on live. So that's what I did to document all the evidence. Every time I looked at the young lady, I bursted out in tears, honestly, because it was something about the innocence. A child is innocent, but her mental capacity, her mental state of mind puts her at a way more vulnerable position that if we don't have people in this world looking out for people like that, then the balance is off.
Absolutely. I want to touch on a couple specific things. Was your first thought to pull out your phone? Like, what what kind of triggered that?
Just because I know that in sexual assault cases, I know how serious it is, and I watch a lot of.
Yeah, and they never take it serious, bro. The authorities never fucking take it serious. They be talking about, oh, we need more evidence than this. So I'm glad he fucking took out his phone, dude.
Crime stuff, I'm big on that. So I know in sexual assault cases that it's really hearsay, he say versus she say, you know what I mean? And if I would have put my hands on the old man and not had any video proof, then it would have been his word against mine.
Yep.
And I don't know how that would have turned out. You know what I mean? So I felt like the best thing I could have did in this situation is to document the evidence. That way, when he goes to court, it's no ifs, ands, buts. There's no questions about what he was doing to that lady. It's not no changing diapers or I was moving something around. No, I caught you red-handed what you were doing and you need to be stopped.
Absolutely. And then the thought, because I found this smart, fascinating, like quick to think, right? On the spot to take his keys.
Because,
I mean, what triggered that as well?
Because I know I could just tell in his eyes that I didn't know that his keys were in the ignition at first, but I could just tell how he was trying to shut the van up, make sure it's locked up, and move his situation around to the driver's side of the vehicle. I'm like, hold on, he's trying to leave. And if he drives off, I can't, you know what I mean? I can't stop the van with my hands, so at first I was thinking, like, am I going to get in trouble?
Yeah, that was a hella smart choice for him to take away the keys. Because honestly, I'd probably be so pissed off in this moment that I wouldn't even think about getting the keys, bro. But shout out to him.
Trouble for grabbing his keys, but then I really didn't care because I saw what he was doing, and that was something that I was willing to face if I had to for her safety.
Absolutely. And then it seems like the 911 call, correct me if I'm wrong, the 911 call was made like after or kind of during the video. Like a portion of the video had been taken,
yep.
The situation had unraveled, and by the time the 911 call was made, he was sitting in the van and you had the keys, so
yep.
He wasn't really going anywhere.
Yep, I had people pull up from behind him to block him in just in case he had an extra set of keys or it was something he wasn't getting away.
Right,
yep.
Right. And I heard on the 911 call, you don't talk very much, you know, it's mostly your friend, but
yeah.
You are emotional
when
you're talking. So can you kind of walk me through, was the initial thing that you saw and experienced a moment of shock, and then once the shock kind of, you know, went away, like the reality hit you and you got emotional? Because that seemed like...
fucking anger, dude. Anger, emotional, fucking crying probably.
Very raw, real, human, normal emotion.
Yeah, it was. I think the shock of seeing that, and then I think making sure that she was safe. My adrenaline was up. I was in, you know, you're in fight or flight mode, and I was in fight mode. And then I think once he had locked himself in the van, and I could see that the police were coming up, and I think it was just kind of relief. Like, then I really realized what had happened. Like,
yeah, he did want to lay hands on him, though. That's why he said that's why he was recording, so he wouldn't, and so he could protect himself.
I realized what happened, but I didn't realize what happened. And, like, then seeing her rocking back and forth and seeing the lady officer rubbing her back and she's just crying, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I was just infuriated. Like, I can't believe that a human being would do this to another human being, and has probably done it numerous times before. And I just put myself in her situation. She's nonverbal. Is she just screaming in her head, like, help me? Is she just, you know what I mean? We have no idea what she's thinking. And that's not right for someone to take advantage of somebody like that.
Yeah, man. W, dude, though, for stopping this. I don't know where this happened. I don't know if they ever said, or I probably forgot. But let me see. Nah, it doesn't say.